Hey everybody, what's up? Yeah, I can tell I just got a show. I just woke up because I worked last night. May have to work tonight again. That's okay. Shouldn't take too long. We're just going to Hayward and Livermore, and I don't think they got that many. Well, Livermore might, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. I don't even know if Livermore did have that many. Then again, maybe they did. I can't remember, because I know we had to go through one gate or something just to finish them. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's come out recently in the past 2 days, past 24 hours, if you will. 24 hours. And that is the fact that the Judge Richard, I think his name is, the person in charge of the whole Archie Comics versus Penders case, has dismissed the case. Basically, he's dismissed it. I gotta look into it again in just a bit. Hold on. But yeah, apparently he's dismissed the case. Now, how is this a reality? What does this mean? Well, what this means, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, what this means is, basically what this means is it seems that Kim Penders can use the characters now. How is this possible? Well, Kim Penders added added some kind of information on his message board. Now, the information basically stated that he basically stated on this message board that he was moving forward with the Lawless Zoo Chronicles. Now, this can mean anything. Basically, this can mean anything. Now, you're probably asking, well, what could it mean? Well, it can mean one or two things. It can mean that Ken either won the case and has gotten the rights back to the characters, or a 50-50 settlement was made between both sides. And what that means is both sides basically could have came to an agreement. Maybe the agreement they had in place from last time. I'm sure the judge basically told anybody that was representing Sega there, I'm sure he told whoever was representing Sega, hey look, this guy just wants to be paid this, and yet you guys aren't allowing it to happen. What's the deal? Well, this is what hold on. Let me get my thing up. Right. Well, this is what it says. It says settlement presumed, finalized. But disputes still not over. Because basically it says judge officially dismisses Archie versus Penders case. And then it says settlement presumed finalized, but disputes still not over. Disputes still not over. And it says Judge Richard Berman of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York formally dismissed the civil case as Archie Comics originally filed against former Sonic comic writer Ken Penders, public records obtained by TSSZ show. The order and structure of the dismissal appears to confirm both sides have reached and finalized settlement terms amicably. We first told you about these initial terms in December, but indications were that a roadblock was reached finalizing them. That roadblock, of course, being Sega. I'm pretty sure anybody with a brain would know that. Those finalized terms were not disclosed to in the public record. The order signed by attorneys for both sides on June 27th and then signed by Judge Berman on Monday Try to get some coffee here to wake myself up. But again, oh, it's good. Oh yeah, that'll wake me up. 110-degree weather, it has to wake you up. But anyway, like I was saying, what was I? The order signed by attorneys for both sides on the June 27th and then signed by Judge Berman on Monday details that claims on both sides have been dismissed and that both sides will pay their respective attorney fees. And this is what it says in these small fonts. It says, "It is hereby stipulated and agreed by and between the parties as follows. All claims asserted by Archie Publications are hereby dismissed. All counterclaims asserted by defendant Kenneth W. Penders II are hereby dismissed. Each party shall bear its own attorney fees and costs." Once the dismissal was finalized, Ken announced on his website that work on the Lawless Sue Chronicles would continue and thanked supporters. Even as this nearly 3-year-long step in the matter surrounding the use and ownership of the characters, let's put it that way, in the Archie Sonic comics is complete, it is just that, a step. Remember that other Sonic comic alum, including Scott Shaw, also have their names to several approved filings with the U.S. Copyright Office. It remains to be seen whether Archie will contest those or if Shaw and others will begin their own legal proceedings. This is also the matter of Penders' case against... There is also the matter of Penders' case against Sega and Electronic Arts, which remains alive in the courts in California, and will only be strengthened with this outcome. You may remember that Sega became directly involved with settlement talks in this case earlier this year. Beyond the changes already made to the current comics, it remains to be seen what else will be done in light of this decision. Who will stay and who will go, and what readers will otherwise notice. Some fans have speculated whether Sega would yank the comic license away from Archie in the event of an unfavorable decision, though no one from either Sega and Archie has commented on the prospect. It should all play out over the next couple of months, and we'll be sure to bring you any notable updates within the timeline. So in other words, the claims made by both sides have basically been dismissed. And what that means, ladies and gentlemen, it means a few things. It could mean, one, it could mean that, one, Ken Penders, that the settlement was, okay, Ken, you could do the Lawless Sue Chronicles, but that's it. It has to end with that because we want to use the characters in the comics. Or two, the settlement was, okay, we'll both use the characters in the comics. And it's like both sides, or two, both sides have agreed, hey, we'll both use the characters in our projects. But when it comes to the comics, you have to let us redesign the characters. In other words, basically, Ken Penders would have to be like, okay, I agree, I'll let you Segify them to make them relevant to a newer generation. And I'm thinking that could be what happens, if that's the direction. Another direction is, yes, they could still use the characters, but settlement agreement is, hey, I do my Lawless Sue Chronicles, you have Red Circle, a division of yours, publish it because it's going to be more aimed at an older, more mature audience. That's the way I look at it. Well, I guess it's 108 now. Must have went down 2 degrees. But like I said, that's just my speculation on a few things. Now, again, like I said, we don't know the complete details just yet of what happened. You know, because obviously settlement records are not going to be made public to the world. So, until the time is right, so we can only guess and speculate right now. But again, these are just my thoughts. I'm thinking one of those things could have happened. Agreement that they could use the characters in both projects. One of those agreements meaning that the characters, when they're shown in the Archie Sonic comics, have to be Segified, if you will. On the other hand, agreement was, okay, you can use the characters, but you gotta help me publish the Lawless Chronicles by let's say go into your Red Circle Comics, which is basically a division for the more mature, older readers, or even IDW, who knows. So, you know, a lot of those things. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if the Lawless Chronicles even ended up as a Sonic Universe arc title as part of the agreement. Who knows? But, you know, that's how I look at it. Now, as they report, it is just a step. It's just a step in seeing exactly where they go with the characters and what direction they will go with. Now, I don't know exactly what Sega's reaction could have been in all this. You know, they could have been like, yeah, but they could have had the representative there trying to tell the judge, yeah, but when he put the characters in the book, he initially made them part of our franchise, and they initially became part of our franchise, and now he wants to be paid for something that is initially just recolorings or gender redesigns of our main character, Knuckles. You know, what do you want us to do? And he wants to do a comic book on that. It's not fair. So, I'm pretty sure they were a little surprised that maybe the judge said, look, these terms were good in the first place. We do not know what your problem was. Now, my only speculation on that, and I know I'm repeating myself with that word, but my only speculation on that is an agreement was made to where maybe part of the agreement, maybe part of the settlement was, okay, you could still use the characters in the comics, and you could still publish your Lawless Chronicles, but your Lawless Chronicles can only be in text. In other words, can only be like a regular novel, if you know what I mean. No pictures or anything. Now, some people might say, well, that's kind of stupid. Not exactly, when you consider you don't want to confuse the readers, right? Not really, when, let's say you don't want to confuse the readers, because that's initially what would be happening right here and now. You'd be confusing the readers. So, you know, that's basically about it. But, like I said, we don't initially know any of the proceeding, any of what was agreed upon or anything like that. We just got to wait and see if they ever become public. So, that's all I'm going to say on it. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I will talk to you all later.